Hello friends, let us begin with the technology component of MIS. So what is the technology component? So basically the information technology has changed the way the organizations functions and they carried out their activities. So technology has tremendously changed, especially IT has changed a lot of businesses, how they work and how they function. So the computers have fundamentally changed the MIS from the concept to the concrete system, and they provide efficiency and transparency in the organization. So computers have basically changed the system, how it works. Here is nothing but here we see, let us see the computer hardware. Here we have CPUs. CPUs contain what? The ALUs, that is arithmetic logic unit, and a control unit. Arithmetic logic unit is actually processing all the arithmetic calculations, and control unit is controlling the processes. So here is some primary storage over here, and how the technology works. There are some input devices like say for example keyboard is an input device which actually gives some data. Mouse is also an input device which gives in the data. What are the output devices? Output devices like printer is an output device, or you can consider plotter is output device. uh, like yeah, and the secondary storage devices like you might be having the USB pen drives, or you can have the CDs, or you compact disc, or you can have DVDs, you can have Blu-rays, or you can have external hard disk. So these are the secondary storage devices, and how these three components are getting connected. You see, this is the computer hardware, and how the CPU and primary storage is connected by a bus called as data bus, and this bus contains the bits and bytes of data in the form of 10101001. So in the form of 1010, the data is there in the database. Here address bus actually carries the addresses. The memory addresses are carried over here. The memory address, say at what location the following command is being located. And here is the control bus which actually controls all the execution. It carries the commands for controlling of the functions. So basically this is how the technology is being related. Let us take here the three layers of technology component as far as the software category is concerned. So first there is a hardware. Basically a hardware is controlled by a system software. A system software is basically like a Windows operating system. You can have the for mobiles it is Android, so iOS we call as iPhone operating system, or for the mobiles you have Android versions like KitKat and all that. These are operating systems. There are other operating systems like Linux, or there are other operating systems also. And here are the application software which the users use. That what are the users which are application software which usually users uses, like for example say Tally, Microsoft Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and all these are nothing but the application software which actually works in coordination with the system software, and system software works in coordination with the hardware. So this is how they are interdependent, and this is the technology component which we are looking. So here basically technology component consists of data processing and transactions. So the transactions and data processing is taken at the fundamental level of the organization. Second part is of data transmission. Transmitting media, networks, and paths. Media, like you have some images which you are transmitting, you have some videos which you are transmitting, or if you are having some infographics that you are transmitting. So here transmission is taking place. Here there is processing, getting or delivering the right messages in the right receiver, or processing of the data is taking place, and controlling of data like routing the messages, structuring and maintaining the message, maintaining everything. So basically the technology component, you have data processing and transaction, and second is data transmission. So my dear friends, this is how we have understood about the technology component. In the next slide we'll be looking at the database technology. Thank you and stay tuned.